Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to UNI in the 59th Annual Teacher Education Convocation and Celebration. Please rise for the platform party and faculty.
Please be seated. Shorter. Good afternoon and welcome to our 59th Teacher Education Convocation. We are especially happy to be here together today to catch up for the convocations we missed. So just look around. This is amazing. Thank you all for coming today. Out of respect for the students at this important event, please mute all technology devices. Thank you. As the chair of the Educator Preparation Faculty, it is my honor to welcome each of you to our 59th Teacher Education Convocation. It's wonderful to see everyone in person and have this opportunity to reunite and celebrate the profession of teaching together today. The purpose of this ceremony is to recognize teacher education candidates in front of you and those who could not be with us today for their full admittance to the UNI Teacher Education Program. We want to celebrate together their achievement of this goal. Please, as we look at the people here, remember that we have colleagues or other students not able to join us today, but everyone has worked hard to reach this goal and to be admitted to the teacher education program, which is evidence of the teacher candidates' commitment to their future teaching profession. At the University of Northern Iowa, we begin with the premise that high-quality education is a fundamental right of each and every human being. Teachers have a central responsibility for ensuring that this right is available to all students within the classrooms, schools, and communities, and indeed children across the nation. As you continue on your path to having your own classroom, please remember the foundation called for by John Dewey: being wholehearted in what you do, accepting responsibility for your and your students' learning, and being open-minded when working with the children and adolescents you will teach. Your preparation, the preparation of teachers, is not a task held solely by UNI's Educator Preparation Program, but it requires the commitment and investment of multiple communities that share the common goal of providing you with a high-quality education. Our program works in collaborative partnerships that span multiple communities, and our most important partners are our partners in pre-K-12 schools. At this time, I would like to introduce the people in your program. I am Dr. Catherine Miller, as I said, chairperson of the Educator Preparation Faculty. I also coordinate the math teaching program for secondary teaching majors, and I get to teach math to elementary majors, so I get a sense of the whole program. I love my job. Next, I would like to introduce our platform guests. Please stand as you are introduced and remain standing. Dr. Mike Fisher, Superintendent of Charles City Schools and today's Convocation speaker. Dr. Benjamin Forsyth, the Director of our Educator Preparation Program. Dr. Colleen Mulholland, the Dean of the College of Education. Dr. John Fritsch, the Dean of the College of Humanities, Arts, and Sciences. Dr. Brenda Bass, Dean of the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences. Dr. Leslie Wilson, Dean of the College of Business. And Dr. Ann Lebo, the Director of the Iowa Department of Education. Thank you all for your commitment to teacher education at UNI and for participating in our ceremony today. You can be seated. Also joining us today are honored community guests representing UNI's school partners in the Cedar Valley. Please stand as you are introduced and remain standing. Dr. Andy Petit, Superintendent of Cedar Falls Community Schools. Dr. Jane Lindman, Superintendent of Waterloo Community Schools. Brian Leroux, Valley Lutheran Head of Schools. Dr. Tony Voss, Superintendent of Hudson Community Schools. And not able to join us today as they had planned, Tom Novotny, Cedar Falls Catholic Schools Chief Administrator. Dr. Justin Stockdale, Superintendent of Dyke New Hartford Schools. B.J. Meany, Superintendent of Janesville Consolidated School District. And Brad Lauris, Superintendent of Denver Community Schools. Please join me in thanking these superintendents and school leaders for partnering with our teacher education program. I also want to extend thanks to about 1,400 teachers across Iowa and beyond who mentor our teachers in their field experiences each semester. We could not have the teacher education program we have without the collaboration and cooperation of these teachers and the leaders of their school districts. I know these teachers who can't be with us are with us in spirit. Candidates joining your friends and family and UNI faculty and administrators and staff at this convocation. We are also joined by representatives from the regional offices of Senator Chuck Grassley, Senator Joni Ernst, and Representative Ashley Hinson. Thank you to Matt Rector, Justin Jensen, and Christina McBurney for joining us today. Please just wave. We're glad you're here. Thank you. I think you can see with the community we brought together that your program is extensive and complex, but we work with our partners so that you can be teachers in the future, effective teachers in the future. There are also teacher education faculty and staff members here. These are the people who design and deliver this state's leading program in teacher education and shepherd our teacher candidates through their programs. Members of the teacher education faculty, staff, and faculty emeritus, please stand for our appreciation. Now turn around and wave at your students. I just added that, but why not? Yeah, just do it. We would also like to acknowledge everyone here today who is an alumnus of UNI. If you are able, please rise and remain standing. Thank you. We are honored that you are here to share this special occasion with these students who have chosen to pursue the profession of teaching and join the growing community of UNI educators. Right now, we'll have messages from President Nook and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Herrera. They're not able to be here today because of a Board of Regents meeting, which is kind of important, so let's give them an excused absence. But they did record messages for you, so please turn your attention to the screen.
You in being admitted into the teacher preparation program in the College of Education at the University of Northern Iowa. I certainly wish that I could be with you today. This is one of the ceremonies that I most appreciate that UNI hosts, a way to welcome new teacher candidates to the programs here at the University of Northern Iowa. This program has always been a backbone, a foundation of the University of Northern Iowa, and it's a pleasure to always welcome the next group of students to this vital program to our university, more importantly, the vital profession to our state and to our country. So I really do wish that I could be with you today. I want to say thank you to the faculty and the staff that have worked with you to bring you to this point, and will continue to educate you as you move through your education here at the University of Northern Iowa, and will be with you as you move into your professional careers. While today is a day of congratulations and welcome, I also want to say thank you. Today is a day that you've made a commitment to a profession, a very noteworthy, a very honorable profession, to serve your students, to serve the people of the communities that you move into, to serve the people of the state, wherever you work, hopefully in Iowa, as an educator. Educators really are the backbone of our society. We need to continue to educate students, to young students and college students and even people that are out of school, so to speak, but to continue to educate all of our citizens so that they understand how to be effective citizens, how to get into the professions that will help them lead the kinds of lives that they want to live. Without education, our democracy, our civilization will soon crumble. Thank you again for making this choice to be an educator here at the University of Northern Iowa and to receive your education through the College of Education. I am sorry that I can't be with you today, but know that my thoughts are with you today as you take this step to be recognized as officially admitted to the education program, teacher preparation program, at the University of Northern Iowa's College of Education. Thank you and congratulations.
Dear students, family, faculty, and friends, I want to add my welcome and congratulations to the chorus welcome you to this important milestone, admissions into the teacher preparation program at the University of Northern Iowa. I am so sorry that I could not be there to congratulate you in person, but I hope that you and your loved ones are proud of your decision to enter into a noble and rewarding profession. Although some may disagree, the oldest profession is that of teacher. So, as a former high school teacher, I welcome you to a very old and important club. The profession is a cornerstone of a society that values learning and civic engagement. You, as a teacher, have an important role to play in our increasingly divisive society to educate the next generations of students to be more open to difficult conversation, to learn the value of equity, and to understand how learning takes place. Your decision to join the teacher preparation program at the University of Northern Iowa, the premier institution in the state of Iowa that prepares teachers, speaks to your values and principles. Your commitment is recognized today, but please know that there will be a caring cadre of dedicated faculty and staff that will guide your journey to the noble destination of teaching. On behalf of all the faculty and staff within the University of Northern Iowa, congratulations and may the rest of your journey be blessed with productive learning by thankful students.
The banging, I am told, is the air conditioner remembering how to work. So nobody's gonna fall on you or anything. So that's good. At this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Carly Martin, who will introduce our Convocation speaker.
Good afternoon, future educators, families, and UNI staff. My name is Carly Martin, and I am a teacher in Charles City Middle School and a proud 2021 graduate of the UNI Educational Leadership Program. It's my honor and distinct pleasure to be introducing to you today one of my favorite teachers, Mr. Mike Fisher. Mike currently serves as the superintendent of schools in Charles City, and in July will begin his new role as the superintendent of Oskaloosa Community School District. This spring, he will complete his doctoral program through the University of Northern Iowa. Previously, he has served as a middle school principal in Waterloo and as a high school band teacher at West Marshall. He's also an aficionado of all things trains, a former baseball umpire, and an expert at quoting 2000s comedy movies at questionable times. Most importantly, Mike is a husband to his amazing wife, Sarah, who is an elementary educator, and he's a father to their 6-year-old son, Joshua, who's a first grader and who loves to learn and to laugh. Now, I truly believe that Mike can best be described using one word: relentless. I learned this as a high school freshman, sitting in his study hall class period when he bugged me until I agreed to join the band program. 15 years later, my life has positively been changed because of Mike's impact. I've watched in admiration as Mike has positively impacted the lives of thousands of other kids and adults as well. You see, Mike believes truly in loving and educating every kid, regardless of who they are or what their story is. And because of his relentless passion, he has served as an example of what it means to do what's best for all kids throughout his career. He has effectively changed the world around him, which is the very large task we all set out to do when we join the world of education. I hope you can gain some wisdom from my teacher, friend, and role model today, Mr. Mike Fisher.
I want to tell you a story today, a story about unconditional love and raising kids, and how the parable of blood is thicker than water may not entirely be true. To understand this story, you have to know a little bit about my history. I'm an adopted Korean kid who grew up in a town 100 miles south here, small Iowa town, right? And I'll tell you, when you're the adopted Korean kid in a small Iowa town, your life is full of hijinks and hilarity. In fact, my sister and I pretty much comprised the entire minority population of our high school at the time. And let me tell you, when you're the two adopted Korean kids in a small Iowa town, you answer 2 questions regularly. 1, what's it like being a foreign exchange student? And number 2, are you Chinese or Japanese? If you're not a social studies major, Korea is not located in Japan or China. Now, my family looks a bit peculiar. It's very unique. I have 2 white moms. I have 1 white dad. I have a Korean sister, and I have a straight-up hillbilly brother. And you're going, how is that possible? Well, I'm the product of many things. I'm the product of 2 Korean teenage parents. I'm the product of 2 adoptive parents. I'm the product of a second adoption where a non-blood related Korean baby came into my life and became my sister. I'm the product of a divorce where a new mom and a new brother came into my life. And all of these people could be listed with a qualifier, biological, adoptive, step, because technically none of us share any blood. However, it was never that way in my family. It was always mom, dad, brother, sister. Because in my family, blood never defined who was worthy of unconditional love. And isn't that what we do in schools every day? Giving unconditional love to the kids that walk into our classroom. Kids that we share no blood with, but we commit our lives to loving them and raising them up and helping to make them the best people they possibly can be. And let me tell you, sometimes unconditional love is unbelievably easy, and sometimes it seems almost impossible. I was 9 years old when my parents got divorced. And shortly thereafter, I met my new stepmom and my new stepbrother. And my stepbrother was 2 years old when I met him. He was sitting in a car seat and he was giggling at me, and I knew right there and then I would unconditionally love him for the rest of my life. Loving him was as natural as breathing. And sometimes unconditional love can seem the hardest thing in the world. So when my parents got divorced, I made the decision to blame my stepmom on everything. And it wasn't fair, it wasn't right, but it was the angry decision of a very bitter 9-year-old. And she tried everything she could to reach me. She reached everything she could. She tried so hard to build a relationship with me, but I just got angrier and I got more bitter, and I didn't speak to her for literally years. And then something funny happened. In the fall of 1997, my dad went to a Best Buy and he bought a computer. And he brought it home, and my stepmom needed somebody to set it up. And being that I was a teenager and Asian, she used some very generalized racial stereotypes and assumed that I would be able to do it. In her defense, she wasn't wrong. And that computer forced me to engage her, to talk to her, to start building a relationship. And who knew that computer would be the beginning of me loving my new mom? But here's what's interesting. Through all those years of my anger and bitterness and being really not very pleasant, my stepmom had unconditionally loved me all along. Even if maybe just a little, I really didn't deserve it. And whether you're a parent or you're a teacher, raising kids is unbelievably hard. Am I right, parents? Okay? And you know, some of the kids that need the most love from us show it in the most ugly, awful ways. But despite that, we're going to spend our lives helping them learn how to love, how to laugh, how to struggle. Sometimes you're going to have to use tough love, folks, and your kids are not going to like you. And that's okay, because there's going to be a lot of times you don't like your kids, and that's okay too. And you're going to be amazed at how many times your kids will disappoint you. And every once in a while, your kids will actually break your heart. But through it all, you'll unconditionally love them no matter what. Even if maybe just a little, they really don't deserve it. So I learned the lesson of raising kids with love as a teacher early on as a young band director. I was in my first year at West Marshall, and in the first 2 months, I swear, I learned more from the kids than they ever learned from me. I don't know they learned anything from me, honestly. And here's one of the things that I learned very quickly. I thought I was there to teach them music. I was going to teach them to love music like I do. You know, I'm a music snob. And quickly I realized music was the least of why I was there. I was there to use music as a tool to unconditionally love kids and raise them up to become the best versions of themselves. And in a transformative moment of my life, I had an experience that made me understand the deep responsibility we have of helping to raise kids. It was a summer day, and I was in my band office, and a parent comes in, Jack McKinney, and he's unbelievably upset. I could tell right away. And as he sits down, he tells me how terrified he is of not being a good enough dad to his daughter. And then out of nowhere, he asks me, he goes, "Mike, would you give me lessons on how to be a better dad? Would you teach me on how to be a better parent?" And I'm floored. First of all, I'm an immature 24-year-old dude band director with no kids of his own. And second of all, his daughter was like one of the most amazing people I'd ever met. She was a 10th grade color guard member and a leader the first time I met her. Her passion, her enthusiasm, her work ethic, her character made everybody around her better, including me. In fact, I admired her so much that I admired Jack as one of our best parents I'd ever met. In fact, I hope to ask him for advice someday on how to be a better dad. And yet, here he was, sitting in my office, feeling like a failure, asking me for help. You see, Jack was a single dad. He adopted his daughter when she was a baby, and he raised her practically on his own. And he's also like the toughest dude I ever met. He was country, he was blue collar, he rode Harleys, he wrestled Dan Gable in high school. He's a big athlete. I guess he got pinned in like 10 seconds, but he did that, right? And he didn't take crap off of anyone, right? And here's he sitting in my office, 56 years old, tears in his eyes, asking this 24-year-old kid for advice on how to raise his daughter. And it was at that moment, at a deep emotional level, I understood the partnership we have in raising kids, of being part of a village, being part of that village. And that kid that Jack raised, well, today, she's a wife, she's a mother. She just earned a master's degree in education from the University of Northern Iowa. She accepted a position to be an assistant elementary principal. She also introduced me today, Carly Martin. And I'm so proud of the human being Carly Martin has become. And I know her dad is too. And I'm so blessed and privileged that I had just a small part of that story. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that teachers replace parents in the house. I'm not saying that at all. But we can't discount or diminish the impact we have as teachers on transforming lives. Take a moment. Think of that teacher. Close your eyes. Think of that teacher that radically transformed your life. Everybody. Can you see them? Think of the power and influence they had on raising you into the person you are sitting here right now. And you as teachers will have that exact same superpower. You as teachers can radically transform lives. I also want you to remember, teachers come in very, very different shapes and forms. A little over 2 years ago, I lost my brother to mental health when he took his own life. And I was reminded of how blood doesn't define family. And you know how I knew? Because of how much my heart was broken. Turns out blood doesn't define broken hearts either. He was 29 years old, an Army veteran, a gifted diesel mechanic. And a funny thing about him, he hated school. I mean, hated school. He hated going to school, he hated talking about school, and when he wasn't at school, he was trying to figure out ways to not go to school. His whole K-12 education was just a struggle, right? And he'd be the last person I would ever to connect or describe as a teacher. But then something magical happened. On the day of his funeral, a huge crowd of people showed up, people I didn't know. They were his friends and colleagues. And as I stood in that visitation line and I greeted each and every one of them, they all shared a common story. How my brother had unconditionally loved them. He'd raised them up. He was always there for them, and he helped them learn and become better people. In fact, I found out his friends regularly called him Dad. I mean, he was 29, he didn't have kids, but he was Dad. Some of the older people called him Dad because they said he's the one that raises up, he's the one that teaches us, he's the one that loves us. In fact, one of his friends, Emily, gave him a mug that said #1 Dad on it for Father's Day, because it turns out he had been there through some tough times and had shared wisdom and love and even kicked her in the butt a little bit, and she wanted him to know how much he meant to her. My brother, the diesel mechanic, may have been the purest form of teacher I'd ever met. It's imperative that you all understand something that my Army diesel mechanic brother knew. As teachers, you have the ability to impact and transform people's lives. It's a huge honor, it's a huge privilege, and it is a burden, and it is an obligation, and it is thankless, and it is grueling, and there are days where you will not get the appreciation or the gratitude or anything that you deserve. But yet here you are today, sitting in these chairs, ready to start your journey of becoming teachers and joining the village of people that raises up kids with unconditional love. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget what you have the power to do with kids' lives. My brother never did. How thankful am I for the people that raised me? 2 moms, Terry and Becky, 1 dad, Lee, 1 sister, Laura, 1 brother, Caleb. Mrs. Scott, my 3rd grade teacher, Mr. Van Deveter, my middle school band director, Mr. Wright, my high school drama teacher, and Dr. Patterson, my music education professor. All of those people share no blood with me. However, they chose to unconditionally love me, pour their life into me, and raise me into the human being I am today. And how blessed am I? As we close our time together, I just want to share one final thought. For years, I've thought and believed that the hope of the world is the local schoolhouse. But recently, as I reflected, I don't know that's quite accurate. The truth is, the hope of the world are the people willing to dedicate their life, their time, their passion, and their calling to using unconditional love to raising up kids that are not their own. The hope of the world isn't the local schoolhouse. The hope of the world are our teachers. The hope of the world is you folks. May God bless you and may God keep you as you start this journey. Thank you.
So, Dr. Fisher, thank you for sharing your story. I think we learn from stories, we learn from school, we learn from each other, we learn from our students. And when I closed my eyes, I thought of Ms. Abbott, my junior in high school language arts teacher, who liked me at the end, and an undergraduate math professor, we called her Doc C, who saw more in me than I saw in myself. So think about those teachers and remember what you're doing is a reflection of what they gave to you. Now I would like to introduce you to Dr. Benjamin Forsyth, who will formally present our teacher candidates. Dr. Forsyth is UNI's Director of Educator Preparation, who leads both teacher education on campus and off campus with our external partners. Prior to receiving his doctorate in educational psychology, he was a high school physics teacher. And one of my new names for him, we've been working together for about a year, is Data Dude. So I introduce Data Dude Dr. Forsyth.
Thank you, Kathy. Mike, that speech was so good that I stopped listening to the wind baffles mashing and mashing and mashing. I was fully sucked in. Thank you so much. Honored guests, faculty, and staff, this convocation is meant to celebrate the commitment of our teacher candidates entering into the education profession. The negative aspects of teaching as a profession are too frequently the focus of public attention in the United States. But I want to tell you emphatically that teaching is one of the best careers you can make for yourself despite the very real challenges that it poses. We need the best and the brightest to enter this profession, and at UNI, you will become just that, the very best teacher you can be. Dear teacher candidates, please allow me to share with you just a little bit about the teaching legacy of the institution that you are a part of. This is where the Data Dude stuff comes in. You join more than 10,000 current educators in Iowa who have studied at UNI. Put another way, 22%, slightly more than 1 in 5 of every educator in Iowa can trace their path back to the University of Northern Iowa. And you can find these teachers everywhere in the state. Currently, UNI alumni work in all 99 of Iowa's counties, and they are in 99% of our school districts. There are 3 school districts we do not have a UNI alum in. We gotta solve that. UNI is big for Iowa, it really is, but it is also big generally. The size of UNI's teacher preparation program is in the top 1% nationally for the number of students pursuing bachelor's degrees in education. We are big when it comes to size, but we are also big in terms of being recognized for our leadership in teacher education through research and involvement in education policy. Now I want to prepare you for what is about to happen. We're going to do a little bit of exercise that I hope will make our PE teachers proud. Over the last year, I have frequently been asked about how many teaching majors we are down compared to the very real decline in teachers that we see in this state and across the nation. Well, there are actually way more teacher education majors than you might actually expect, and I'm hoping that I can show you that visibly before formally recognizing all of you, our various teaching majors. So to do this, I first want to ask everyone here that are able to please stand. That's in the stands as well. Now do a little bit of estimation here. There are about 1,700, maybe a little bit less, individuals that are in the McLeod Center right now. This is still smaller than the total number of teacher candidates that are at UNI. In other words, there are a lot of teacher candidates that did not come to this convocation today. 1,700 here. At the University of Northern Iowa, there are 2,256 teacher candidates. We are massive. Now, guests and faculty and the platform party, please be seated, but teacher candidates, I want you to still remain standing for just a moment. You who are standing represent roughly the same number of teachers that we graduate every single year. For the past decade, we have graduated between 450 and 500 teachers every single year. This is how many students we often have for commencement. We could run a commencement with just you when graduation happened. Thank you, teacher candidates. You may now be seated, but please do not get too comfortable. You're gonna be asked to stand some more. Teacher education majors are in all 4 academic colleges and 20 departments in the University of Northern Iowa. So put it another way, 2/3 of the departments on campus are involved in teacher education to some degree, which is why we frequently say that teacher education at the University of Northern Iowa is campus-wide. You will see evidence of this when we recognize the teacher candidates assembled here today. Teacher candidates, when your programs are called, you will be asked to stand and be recognized. Some of you will have to stand more than once if you have a double major, if you have a minor, of which there are a lot of you. Teacher education faculty and staff and deans, when your college or program is recognized, I will also ask you to stand. To our audience members, your goal here is to, as enthusiastically as possible, applaud our teacher candidates. First, the College of Business. Dean Wilson, will you please stand? Led by Dean Leslie Wilson, the College of Business holds one program within teacher education, and that is the business teaching program. Our business teachers, will you please stand? Thank you. Please be seated. Now to the College of Education. Dean Mulholland, will you please stand? Led by Dean Colleen Mulholland, the College of Education holds the largest number of teacher candidates at UNI, roughly 60%, but not the largest number of majors. That comes next. Also within the College of Education are the faculty who teach professional core coursework and provide field supervision to all teacher candidates regardless of their major. And I want to specifically recognize these individuals for their work. Faculty and staff who are involved in the professional core, courses and field experiences, and those who provide support for it. Will you please stand? Thank you. So now I will continue to recognize the programs within the College of Ed. The first are the ones who teach our youngest, birth through 3rd grade. Early childhood education majors, will you please stand? There are 173 of you. Elementary education majors, please stand, and the faculty and staff with them. You might be able to tell this is our largest major in teacher ed. It is also the largest major in all of UNI. Half of all of our teacher education majors are elementary education majors. 1 in 7 undergraduates is an elementary education major. You can't go far on UNI's campus without finding an elementary education major. Middle level education dual major students, will you please stand? The University of Northern Iowa is the only Regents institution to have a program that leads to specialization in middle level teaching, which is taken as a dual major by both elementary and secondary teaching candidates. Physical education teachers, will you please stand? We have 114 PE students, and almost all of them are also taught to be able to do health education as well. And now I want to switch to the screen up here. You will see momentarily some students that we have that are at a distance. UNI partners with our community colleges to offer several teacher education programs at a distance. And we also have an exciting partnership with Waterloo School District, offering a pathway for paraeducators to become licensed teachers. Some of those students in these programs are with us today in person. If you are here in person, please stand. And you should see them up there now too. Please wave to us. Thank you. Just a fun fact, about 40% of our teacher education students are transfer students. We rely on our partnership strongly with our community colleges. So for those who didn't start with us, we're still glad you're here. Now we move to the College of Humanities, Arts, and Sciences. Dean Fritsch, will you please stand? Led by Dean John Fritsch, the largest number of different teaching majors come from the College of Humanities, Arts, and Sciences. Faculty and staff from CHAS, please stand as your various teaching majors are called to stand. We'll clap for you now, though. First, my art education students, please stand and be recognized. And how well organized as well. 93 art education majors are here on campus with targeted field experiences and a strong relationship with the Hearst Center for the Arts. They are very well prepared. Thank you. And now communication and theater teaching majors. Will you please stand? This is a smaller program. There are just 17. It is a unique major that is actually shared across 2 departments, the Department of Communication and Media and the Department of Theater. Let's thank them anyways. English teaching, will you please stand, along with the faculty who are here. Thank you. Our English teachers are the second largest secondary program at the university, preparing more language arts teachers than any other program in the state. Mathematics teaching, will you please stand? Our mathematics program prepares not only secondary students, but also has a strong partnerships preparing our elementary education students as well. music education, and this includes choral, jazz, and instrumental. Will you please stand? Combined, this is one of our largest programs. Again, choral, instrumental, and jazz. We do it all. Science education. This is a little bit longer list of people. This includes the middle level science program, the comprehensive secondary science program, biology teaching, chemistry teaching, earth science, and physics teaching. Will you please stand? Thank you. And now Spanish teaching, TESOL teaching, and TESOL Spanish teaching. Will you please stand? These teachers fulfill a growing need in Iowa. Teaching English to speakers of other language majors are especially prepared to educate emergent bilinguals and students learning Spanish. Thank you. And now technology and engineering education majors. Will you please stand? Now this is a smaller program, but I want you to know that this program graduates more industrial technology teachers than any other institution in Iowa. In fact, they are the only Regents institution that carries this degree. Thank you. And now to the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences. Dean Bass, will you please stand? Led by Dean Brenda Bass, two of the largest secondary teaching majors come from the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences. The first major I want to mention is history teaching. With 118 students, will you please stand? As our third largest secondary program, students in this program gain valuable skills in writing, public speaking, and information analysis that makes them highly sought after teaching candidates. Social science teaching majors, will you please stand? These majors get to teach history and a lot of other things. It's an ideal program for students who wish to teach multiple subjects within the social sciences. And now, candidates, I wish to point out three of our largest minors at the University of Northern Iowa in teacher ed. More than 1/3 of our teacher education majors receive minors that lead to some kind of endorsement for teaching in schools. Those three largest minors take up most of that bandwidth. And I want to recognize those students for their commitment. So students and faculty involved in these minors, please, as we have done, stand to be recognized. The first is the literacy education minor. Will all of those students please stand with the faculty and students? This minor is larger than any other program in teacher ed except for elementary education. And it is almost the largest minor on campus. It got beat out just by one, but just by like 20 students. Most of these students move on to become increasingly important reading specialists in our schools. Thank you. Our special education students, instructional strategists, will you please stand? Not far behind the literacy education students with 186. Special education students are prepared to become instructional strategists who are among the most sought after teachers in education with great need in school districts everywhere. Thank you. K-8 mathematics teaching minors, will you please stand? Similar to our literacy minor, the K-8 mathematics minor enhances career opportunities of teachers who obtain it and brightens the lives of students who receive your expertise. Thank you. Now, there are 19 other teaching minors that we are not going to recognize because it would be a long haul. But we will recognize you collectively. If you are pursuing a minor in teacher education, whatever it is, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Teacher candidates, rise one more time. I told you you'd be getting your exercise. Oh, do, please rise. And now, faculty and guests, please rise. To you, teacher candidates, I want to say again, thank you for taking the time to be recognized for your place within UNI's teacher education program and helping to represent the breadth of our program. We now stand with you, physically as a symbolic gesture of standing with you more formally in your future work in the noble profession of teaching. We see you and we are proud of you. Please join me now one more time with a round of applause. You may be seated. And I now turn the time back over to Dr. Kathy Miller.
I want to thank Dr. Forsythe for his leadership and also the work he's put into planning this extra special, extra large teacher ed convocation. Thanks, Dr. Benjamin Forsythe. At this time, if you can, please put the pin on that you received that recognizes your dedication to your chosen profession. It's a little fumbly, so I'll wait. If you would put your pin on, if you are able. This pin was designed for our convocation candidates to celebrate and for you to wear at graduation, at PTA meetings. Just show your purple pin that recognizes you came from UNI. Teacher candidates, if you are able, will you please rise one more time? And if you would, find the card you received with your pin. It has this statement of affirmation that we will recite together. It's a fumbly little pin bag. It's hard. I tried it once to open it, yeah. So I will start, but please, teacher candidates, join me in reciting this statement. Today, I begin the process of becoming an educator. I take the first step into a profession which lays the living foundations upon which succeeding generations build their lives. I therefore dedicate myself to the advancement of learning, for I know that without it, our successors will lack both the vision and power to build well. I dedicate myself to the cultivation of character, for I know that humanity cannot flourish without courage, compassion, honesty, and trust. I commit myself to the advancement of my own learning and to the cultivation of my own character, for I know that I must model in my own life the ideals that I have dedicated myself to promote in others. Keep going. In the presence of this gathering, I so dedicate and commit myself. Excellent. Thank you so much. You may be seated. When I was interviewing for my first academic position more than 20 years ago, UNI stood out. And one of the reasons it did is because of this very ceremony. No other institution where I worked or interviewed, there were a lot of those, had a celebration for the teacher candidates when they begin their program. This celebration and the statement you just read impressed me. So I took the job at UNI and I haven't left. And for those of you that know me, not leaving after winter is a big deal. But as Dr. Forsyth shared, UNI is special in both data and its heart and soul as an institution that prepares teachers. I have homework for you now. I'm not collecting it. But I want you to reread the statement that you just spoke and think about every line. As Dr. Fisher shared in his story, being a teacher is important, it's necessary, it's valuable, it's hard. And it's encompassed in this statement. So read it, think about it when you're walking back to wherever you go after this. It's a powerful statement. At this time, we will have some closing remarks from Dr. Ann Lebo. She was appointed to be the director of the Iowa Department of Education in March of 2020. That was a tough month, so good. Prior to that, she served as executive director of the Iowa Board of Educational Examiners and as Iowa's chief talent officer for the Council of Chief State School Officers. Prior to her work at the state level, she was secondary principal in Grundy Center and an adjunct faculty member in education and leadership at Waldorf University. Dr. Lebo was also an athletic coach and an English instructor at the secondary and post-secondary levels for 17 years and worked in the private sector for 5 years. Dr. Lebo, thank you for being here to celebrate the future teachers we honor today.
Thank you, Dr. Miller, for that nice introduction and for inviting me to be part of UNI's 59th Teacher Education Convocation and Celebration. I'm so proud to be here to celebrate with you and to recognize the ambition, perseverance, and resilience you have shown throughout an educational experience that has been anything but ordinary. And it is my privilege to welcome you with open arms to the most important, challenging, rewarding, and fulfilling profession, and one that I hold very dear to my heart. I'm speaking to you today not just as the director of the Iowa Department of Education, but as a former classroom teacher and school administrator who found my path forward from those who paved the way before me. My path to teaching wasn't straightforward. After graduating high school, I went on to earn 5 more degrees. I spent time in the business world, lived in other states, and eventually found that the world of education and learning is where I was meant to be. Serving students and families in a world where I could also continue to learn every day was what my heart wanted me to do. They say that great teachers shape future leaders, and I've had many influential teachers in my life who have helped me along the way. My high school English teacher, Mrs. Hush, who was instrumental in my first public speaking appearance at graduation and my path to teaching English. Mrs. Murphy, who was a savior to me as a new teacher to the district and has been the same to my oldest daughter, who she now serves. Mrs. Lammers, one of my dearest childhood friends and most genuine and dedicated teachers I know. Mr. Lebo and the late Mrs. Lebo, my junior high teachers who taught me about rocks and writing, never expecting they would be my in-laws one day. And finally, my mom, Mrs. Rouse, or Miss Wealtha, as her 5th grade students would recall, who has been my greatest gift of all. Each of these teachers, and many, many more, have helped pave my way. And as you embark on your journey, never forget or take for granted that you too will be that inspiration, impacting the lives of others along the way. Because this is a profession where we are constantly learning and improving. As teachers, we are never done honing our craft. And you will find that teaching is not just a profession, it is a community of inspiration and innovation. Now, as I travel the state, I have the privilege of seeing innovation in action. I witness the dedication of our teachers who are working together and collaborating with their communities to address challenges so that every student has the support they need to succeed. I see local employers as key educational partners, providing students with real-world experiences that bring learning to life. And I see how schools are supporting the whole child through social, emotional, and behavioral learning and supports. I'm so excited for the path that lies ahead of you and want you to know how much we want to keep your genius right here in Iowa. I look forward to working together to continue building the future of education in Iowa. Keep moving forward, take risks, do new things, and enjoy the journey. And through it all, remember to never take for granted that you are someone's inspiration. Thank you for letting me be part of this special day. Our classrooms are waiting for you, and I can't wait to see where your journey takes you. Thank you.
So I want to thank Dr. Lebo for her comments. She's shared more stories for you to collect and learn from. I also want to re-recognize the superintendents and school leaders that are here, the representatives of Senators Grassley and Ernst and Representative Ashley Hinson. These people are here to celebrate you. You give them hope for the future. So thank you for being here as well. At this time, I would like to invite Noah Fredrickson, a junior choral music education major, to lead us in the singing of the first verse of the Alma Mater, which is printed in your program so you can join in if you would like. Accompanying Noah today is Heather Gillis. Thank you. Thank you to Noah Fredrickson and Heather Gillis. Thank you very much. It's lovely. Candidates, at this time, I personally want to welcome you to the profession that has been part of my life for like most of my life. It's a profession that I cherish. I taught high school mathematics, community college mathematics. I won't say the other institutions I taught mathematics at, but they're parallel to this, but not as good. That's why I stayed. In addition, I found my calling to be a teacher of teachers, and I've had the privilege and an honor to be part of some of your stories who have crossed the threshold of my classroom in Wright Hall or online during the times we had to do it online. But welcome to this profession of teaching. As you I want to just congratulate you all for being here. If you want to sit now, you can, by the way. I forget that part, sorry. Maybe in class I should have students stand up and down so I practice for next year. No, it's just, okay. So we will be soon adjourning this convocation. I want to thank you all for being here today to witness the induction of these new teacher candidates into the program and the profession. You are all cordially invited to celebrate our honorees at the reception on the concourse, which is up the aisles all around, following the recessional. Feel free to make pictures and celebrate and reconnect when you are being part of that reception. Teacher candidates, please stay seated while the platform party and teacher education faculty and staff leave. Audience members, please stay seated while the teacher candidates exit up the aisles to the concourse. And then audience members, go too. But you're just last, sorry. It'll work best this way. So thank you all for being here, and again, congratulations to teacher candidates assembled here.